4-0 on aggregate. Yes, Newcastle have embarrassed Arsenal over 2 legs. Arsenal are yet to score against Newcastle in 3 attempts now. It is an absolute humiliation from Arsenal, but fair play to Newcastle. Now in their second Carabao Cup in 2 years. And you know what? Fully deserved. Absolutely fully deserved over the 2 legs. The more hungrier, the more determined. They wanted it more than Arsenal. We could talk about injuries. We could talk about excuses. The bottom line is Newcastle wanted it more. Gordon wanted it more. Bruno Guimaraes wanted it more. Isak wanted it more. Newcastle as a football club wanted it more. And Arsenal, what a fall off from where you were 5-1 to when it matters the most in a cup competition now. It's now 5 years now without a trophy. 5 years since you won the FA Cup with an Unai Emery team. Arsenal is yet to deliver in a trophy. What is going on? But credit to Newcastle today, man. They started off absolutely on fire, man. Goal disallowed, but it didn't stop them. No, they were all over Arsenal. Saliba, that was one of the... he's had one of the most, I would say, out of sorts game. I'm not going to crush it on Saliba because Saliba's a good player. We know Saliba is a good defender, but he was all over the place in that game. Absolutely all over the place. They were all at sea, making mistakes. They were getting pressed. The pressing from Newcastle, one for the goal as well, the second goal, but the pressing from Newcastle today was absolutely outstanding. Eddie Howe is a good coach, you know. People don't give him enough credit, you know. They don't. He was on the brink of getting sacked last year. He then comes back. This year, they start off a bit slow, and now they've gone on this incredible run, man, generally. And they've got personnel in there. So they haven't spent what people think they've spent, you know. You've still got teams that have been there for about 2-3 years. But they came here today against an Arsenal team who were on the high, who were on the ascendancy. I said, you know what? This is our night. This is our night tonight. And Arsenal couldn't live with it. They couldn't live with it. They were getting pressed and pressed and pressed early on. And the goal came fortuitously, but you know what? Shot from Isak. And you know what, yeah? I want to credit my man Murphy. You know, people might not give him a lot of flowers here, but the guy is actually scoring goals this season. I don't know how many he's scored, but he's scored a lot of goals this season. He's assisted a lot of goals this season. And you know what? When this regime was starting, I thought, you know what? Newcastle will go and get a right winger. But fair play to him, man. He's got on with it. He's come through the ranks, been at Norwich and gone on through the... But you know what? He's coming in. He scores goals. He puts in a shift in. And he's a menace. He's an absolute menace. And he took the lead. But you know what, man? We could talk about the missed chance from Odegaard. We could talk about certain things like that. But all in all today, Newcastle were just a better team. And Arsenal today, I don't know what was going on. What was the plan today from Arsenal? You barely created anything. You barely had any shots. You know, the January transfer window is looking very, very... Oh, my days. We'll have to talk about it in a sec because Stan Kroenke... You're attempting to win something now. This is the team. This is the golden era now of this team here. They have to win something. What are you lot doing? You're looking at Isak there. That should be an Arsenal striker. No disrespect to Newcastle fan, by the way. But Arsenal fans, you should have been gunning for him. But he plays for Newcastle. And fair play to him, Isak here. Another good performance today. And you know when I talk about the second goal? That second goal epitomizes Newcastle. The pressing, but David Raya, man. You know what it is with me in football, yeah? It's like, that sort of pass really, really, gets on my nerve. Because it's like, you're trying to be a modern-day keeper. You're trying to be almost kind of, I don't know, man. It's just like, you're doing things just to make you look better. Oh, we can play out from the back. No, go and kick it long, man. Go and just, when it doesn't need to be played, don't play it out there. It was hospital from Raya. I don't really blame Declan Rice. He tries to get there. Shaw, brilliant. And Gordon was there again. And this season, Gordon, man, I swear down, guys, we've got to put some credit on Gordon this season. 19 games, 17 goals and assists. 17 GA for the season. against the big six since the start of last season. That for me, honestly, bro, when you talk about big game player, man, I like Gordon, you know. You know what? When I realized when Chelsea went in for 60 million or 50 million, I was like, what? But you know what? Yeah, he's not like a flashy player, but he works hard. He runs. He's a menace. He's direct. He's quick. He's a hard worker. He's a willing runner. He goes at you and doesn't really let you. He doesn't really let you stop. Like, he just literally is a menace and is a threat. And it caused problems for Arsenal today. And that goal there, I don't know what Arsenal were thinking of, but that goal epitomised Newcastle's intent and willingness to play and to press Arsenal high up the pitch. This is Arsenal we're talking about. This is a good footballing team. But what was the plan here? What were you doing there? And that almost sealed the fate, even though the game was pretty much over. And it's 2-0 in both legs. You know how embarrassing this is for Arsenal? Like, and you know how embarrassing this is for Arteta? Can we just literally talk about this right here? Arsenal in knockout stages. They won the one against Man City. But look at this. Olympiacos, 2020. 2021, they went out to Villarreal. 2022, they went out to Liverpool. 2023, Sporting Lisbon. Champions League against Bayern Munich. And now in the Carabao Cup. And this is not to mention the cups against Man City in the FA Cup. And all of these third round, FA Cup against Man United in the third round. We can't mention this. Seriously, guys. I'm not trying to sound like a hater here, yeah, but can we actually have a conversation about Arteta in terms of being a serial bottler? Can we actually talk about how Arteta is the nearly man? We talk about Tottenham. We have to talk about Arsenal. We generally talk about Arsenal in terms of Arteta being the guy not to take them over the line. He's a good coach. I'm not denying that. He is a good coach, but is he the man to take you over the line? When it matters the most today, forget Man City. Yeah, cool, you won that game. Today was a day where you needed to be motivated and have a game plan against Newcastle. And where was that? Where was that in the first leg? Where was that against Arsenal, against Man United? Where was that? Arsenal fans have to demand that from their manager. They have to. Because it's too long now without a trophy. Are you going to win the Premier League? Are you going to win the Champions League? Let's be honest, no. Newcastle today haven't won a trophy in how long now? And now they've gone to 2 finals in 2 years. When's the last time Arsenal have done that? Since the FA Cup final. When was the last time? When was it? When are we going to have these conversations, man? Because it ain't good enough. And too many players today did not live up to that big game player today. So many players went missing today. And that is not acceptable. It really isn't, man. But you have to give homage to Newcastle. You have to. But all of this, stay humble and all of this, yeah, if I'm asking a question here, Julian, what is he doing on AFTV with the Stay Humble shirt? Seriously. What is he doing? Seriously. What are you doing putting a shirt on saying Stay Humble to Man City fan? Arsenal fan need to just relax a little bit. Focus on your own season. Man City, Steve, is going to keep on saying 4 in a row. He don't give a shit. You have to talk about the Cronkies and what they're doing. They are not giving you a striker or some sort of transfer in January. Why was that? Where's the ambition from Arsenal? Where is the ambition from Arsenal? There isn't. But you know what? Anyhow, fair play to you, mate. Honestly, top coach, top guy, deserves it, man. One of the few English coaches we've got on producing. You know what? He's a very, very good coach. But now, it begs the question for Arsenal. What has that window cost them of something? Because right now, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what's going on. But and this Dubai trip now, Dubai what? Dubai what now? Let's be honest. And Anthony Gordon has just come out and said it's important to stay humble now. I'm not sure if that's a real quote. I've just seen that right now. But it's crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. Yeah. Newcastle today, fair play. Absolutely fair play. Arsenal, questions have to be asked. Take care.